Hare Krishna. As I am unqualified to speak on the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I will start off by seeking the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis here to bestow your mercy on me so that I can attempt to say a few words. And I would also like to invoke auspicious blessings from the Guru and the Parampara's system by invoking some blessings through these invocation prayers. So for those of you who know these prayers, can chant along. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamayam Bhakti Swavatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapatakalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarvana Gunakanditam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Savitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sadvana Lalita Shri Shakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Subhe Devi Namami Harike Macha Kalpatilvyascha Kripara Sindhubhyevacha Paditana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So yesterday was Gaura Purnima. We had wonderful festivities at ISKCON Toronto. For those of you who were able to make it to ISKCON Toronto, as well as these festivities were occurring simultaneously in many parts of the world, I would say all parts of the world. And Gaura Purnima is devotion personified. That is the definition of Gaura Purnima. There is nothing but devotion personified. And it is the appearance day of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for those of you who may not be very familiar with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna himself. So he accepted the role of a devotee. So he came in the mood and the complexion of Srimati Radharani, his greatest worshipper and consort. And together, Shri Krishna and Srimati Radharani brought the divine love from Goloka Vrindavan, which is the highest planet in the spiritual world, to Goloka, to earth. So that is who Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. And all the important biographers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, including Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mangal was written by Lochan Das Thakur, and Chaitanya Bhagavat was written by Vrindavan Das Thakur, and Murari Gupta, if you know, is the incarnation of Hanuman. He wrote Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya. So all these are important biographies of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all of them unilaterally confirm that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a combined incarnation of Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna. And also, the Gauranga Pranam that we say, which is the second prayer when we are offering Bhoga to the Lord. What is that? Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayata Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurati Pranam. This is the prayer that was chanted by Rupa Goswami, who was one of the 6 Goswamis, to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Prayag. In Prayag, there's a confluence of Ganga and Yamuna, and he was watching how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was distributing the love of Godhead, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, no conditions at all, no qualification needed. He was giving it to everybody. And then Rupa Goswami said this prayer. So again, in this prayer, I offer my respectful obeisances to the most munificent and magnanimous incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna Chaitanya, who is none other than Lord Krishna, who came in this mood and the complexion of Srimati Radharani. So those are all some description of who Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. And what is the difference between, is there a difference between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna? There is no difference, but our Acharya said there is slight difference. And what is that? When Lord Krishna appeared 5,000, you know that? Yeah, you want to say? So, 5,000 years ago when Lord Krishna appeared, what did he say? Manmana bhavamat bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame. So he said, always think of me, remember me, offer your obeisances to me, become my devotee, worship me. So there are some conditions, there are some criteria. When Lord Krishna came, before he gave this mercy, that was 5,000. And also, Sarva Dharman Paritecha Mamekam Sharanam Vrijan. Abandon all varieties of religion and surrender unto me. So there are some conditions before Lord Krishna gave this mercy. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, absolutely no qualification. If there is any qualification, is that we have to accept it. It's like our Acharya say, it's like sunshine. It is available freely, but if we have to go to the basement and lock the door and stay, then we don't get the sunshine. So here the mercy is available very easily, no qualification required. In material life, for us to get the best thing, what we want, think of anything. Maybe somebody wants to buy a palace. We need to have, what is the qualification? We need to have a lot of money. For somebody to earn a lot of money, they need to be a professional. They need to study a lot, PhD. But here, there is no qualification required at all to obtain this unconditional mercy from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is the difference between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna. And what are the names of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? When he was born, his name was Viswambar. Viswambar means one who is the nourisher and maintainer of all the three worlds. Three worlds which we talk about: lower planetary system, middle planetary system, and the upper planetary system. So Viswambar means he is the nourisher and maintainer of all three worlds. He is also called as Nimai. Nimai means is the name given to somebody who was born under the neem tree. He was born under the neem tree. So he was called as Nimai. And the name Krishna Chaitanya was given to him by Keshav Bharati. Keshav Bharati is a sannyasi guru. When he took sannyas at the age of, anybody remembers? When did Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas? 24. Very good. At the age of 24, he took sannyas. And where was it? Katwa. There's a place called Katwa. It's about 2 hours from Mayapur. I was fortunate enough to be there in 2009. So there's a barber, the barber who cut his hair and shaved his head. His name is Madhu. There is a samadhi of Madhu, the barber, still there. Keshav Bharati's Bhajan Kutir is there. It's called Katwa. So Krishna Chaitanya was the name given to him, to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he took sannyas. So he took his initiation when he was 16 years of age from Ishwarapuri. Ishwarapuri, if you remember, he took sannyas, and even though Supreme Personality of Godhead is showing all of us that for us to evolve and grow in spiritual life, we need a spiritual master. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He doesn't need a spiritual master, but he came in the role of a devotee, so he's showing us. And what did he do? He went to the birthplace of a spiritual master, and he took the sand or the dust and he ate the dust, because the supreme spiritual master was born in that land. So Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took some dust and he ate it, and he also took some back to his home so that he can bathe in the dust of the land in which his Guru Maharaj was born. So that was another name, Krishna Chaitanya. And then he's also called as Gauranga. Gauranga means one who is golden in complexion. He's also called as Gaura Hari, because he's Lord Hari with the complexion of Gaura, which is golden in color. So that's Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what about the scriptures? Did the scriptures predict the arrival of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Absolutely. If you go to Veda base, Prabhu's got Veda base, and many of you will have Veda base. If you go to Veda base and search all the different verses from different scriptures about the arrival of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have so many. You have from Samaveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda, from Bhavishya Puran, from Mahabharata, from Svetesvatara Upanishad, from Mundaka Upanishad. So there are so many verses, but all these verses say indirectly about the arrival of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In summary, what they say is the supreme truth will descend during the age of Kali to deliver the conditioned soul. He will be born on close to the banks of Ganges. This is clearly written thousands and thousands of years ago. And he will be accompanied by his close associates, servitors, and with his weapons as well. And we will actually focus on two of these predictions that are in the book that all of us know, which is Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the ripened fruit of Vedic tree of knowledge, which is in the top shelf there. So Srimad Bhagavatam is considered the ripened fruit of the Vedic tree of knowledge. And in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, if you follow the birth of Lord Krishna, there Gaura Purnima, during the name-giving ceremony of Lord Krishna, Gaura Purnima, what does he say to Nanda Maharaj? Your son is born now, but he appears in every millennium, every yuga is born. He is born in white color in Satya Yuga. And what is that avatar? Anybody knows white color? Hamsa avatar, Swan avatar. And he is born in red color in Treta Yuga. And what is that? Lord Yajna. And then in different yugas, so one was Lord Yajna, who was red in color. And then of course he's telling Nanda Maharaj is appearing now in this blackish blue complexion, which is Lord Krishna, and he will be appearing in this yellowish color, which is the molten golden form in Kali Yuga. So that is the prediction in the 10th canto. If you move forward a bit, in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Maharaj Nimi is ruling the land of Mithila, and there the 9 Yogendras, if you remember the 9 Yogendras, Nava Yogendras, they come to meet Maharaj Nimi, and each one of those Yogendras are explaining about devotional service to Maharaj Nimi. And last of these Yogendras, and his name is Karbajana, he comes and he gives this most famous verse that most of us know. Krishna Varnam Pisha Krishnam Sankapanka Srapasatam Yajnai Sankirtanam Praya Vijantime Sumedasava. In the age of Kali, intelligent person perform congregational chanting of the holy name to worship the incarnation of God, who's incessantly chanting the names of God. Although his complexion is not black, because Krishna Varnam Twisa means golden in color. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself, and he is accompanied by his confidential servitors, by his confidential associates. All of them are coming with Lord Krishna. So this is clearly said. And associates, so you may be thinking, when Lord Krishna came, yes, of course, there were a lot of pastimes with Lord Brahma, with Narada Muni, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj was before that, but there were a lot of confidential associates who came during Krishna Leela. Now what about during Gaura Leela? Who are the associates? Lord Nityananda Prabhu is none other than Lord Balram. And Advaita Acharya is none other than a combined incarnation of Sadasiva and Mahavishnu. Gadadhar is none other than Srimati Radharani. Srivas is none other than Narada Muni. Haridas Thakur is none other than a combination of Prahlad Maharaj and Brahma. And Haridas Thakur is Namacharya who chants how many names of God every day? 300,000 names of God every day. So I did some math yesterday. So 300,000 translates to 174 rounds a day. So initiated devotees, we chant 16 rounds a day, which takes approximately 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Just imagine to chant 174 rounds a day, almost it might take about 80 to 20 hours a day. That's what he was doing every day. 174 rounds a day. And even when we chant one round, 108 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra, how many times we are chanting the names of God? Anybody did the calculation? 1,728. So it's not bad. So in 10 minutes we chant 1,728 names of God, which we'll be doing later today as well. So when we chant 16 rounds, we are chanting 27,468 times the name of God. Because Hare, Krishna and Rama, all three of them are names of God. Energy of God is also the name, is not different from the Supreme Personality of God.
So 1 mantra means 16.
16. So that is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So he came with Haridas Thakur. Then what about Ashtasakis? So somebody may ask, Ashtasakis were there when Krishna came. All the Ashtasakis came. Lalita, Vishaka, Tunga Vidya, Sudevi, all of them came as different personalities. And who are they? Swarup Damodar Das, Ramananda Roy, Vakreshwar Pandit, Sivananda Sen. Vakreshwar Pandit, if you remember, he's the one who was dancing 72 hours non-stop in Shiva Sangan in Mayapur. And there are a lot of pastimes of other associates as well. If you have time, we can discuss that. But what about the Dwadasa Gopals? They were associates of Krishna. Sridham, Sudama, then Madhumangal, Shtoka Krishna. All of them came again as Abhiram Thakur. Abhiram Thakur, if you remember, he's the one who had a bull whip in his hand. You remember that he has a bull whip. Anybody who he hits with a bull whip, it doesn't pain. They get Krishna Prema. And when he offers obeisances to any stone other than Shaligram Shila, it will burst into pieces. So that is Abhiram Thakur. And Gauridas Pandit is Subal. Subal came as Gauridas Pandit. And I think last week we had a narration of this pastime where the deities of the Lord and the Lord themselves are non-different. They change their form. So that was Gauridas Pandit. Sivananda Sen. So these are all the associates. And what about Manjaris? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came with the Manjaris as well, 8 main Manjaris. And who are they? The 6 Goswamis are 6 of the Manjaris, along with Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, as well as Lochandas Thakur, who, so that is the 8th Manjari. Who are the 6 Goswamis? Shri Rupa, Shri Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha, Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta, Dasa Raghunatha. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came with all his associates. Now next question is, so there were 2 parts of this verse, Krishna Varnam, Tushar Krishna. One is, he comes with all his associates. We heard all these names of the associates who came. What about the Astra? Astra means weapons, because it says, he comes with his weapons. What is the weapon of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? 2 main weapons. Jiva Goswami explains in the commentary of Srimad Bhagavatam, he says, or Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says, his beauty is his weapon. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's beauty, his moon-like face, his long arms, and he's got the sandalwood bangles, sandalwood armlets, and sandalwood pulp anointed on his long arms. With this beauty, he defeated everybody. That's one of his weapons. And what is the other main weapon? Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So with that Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he killed that demoniac propensity which is there in the core of all of our hearts. And what are the demoniac propensity that is there in the core of all of our hearts? Lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, illusion. It's there in all our hearts. So when we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra sincerely, it is killed. The demoniac propensity in our heart is killed. So these are all the associates and the weapons of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what is the principal reason that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came? The principal reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came is to fulfill the desire of his devotee. And who's the advanced devotee? Advaita Acharya, who's none other than the combined incarnation of Sadasiva and Sadashiv and Mahavishnu. So he was looking at this demoniac nature of people in Kali Yuga, and they were enticed towards this material illusion and fascinated by them and not interested in spiritual matters or devotional service. So what did he do? At that time he remembered a verse from Gautamiya Tantra. You heard about this? It's a Vaishnava literature. It's called Gautamiya Tantra, written by Gautama Muni. If you remember, we chant Om Adhyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya. I was born in the darkness of knowledge, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. That verse is also from Gautamiya Tantra. So in this Gautamiya Tantra it is said, so for those of you who did not listen so far, now is the time to listen very carefully. The Gautamiya Tantra in that verse, it is said, anybody offers tulasi leaves and a palm full of water. Anybody who offers Lord Krishna tulasi leaves and palm full of water, Lord Krishna is not able to repay the debt. He cannot liquidate the debt that he owes to that person who offers tulasi leaf and a palm full of water with love and devotion. We know this famous verse in Bhagavad Gita 9.26, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yomem. We know that Krishna says, if one offers leaf, flower, fruit or water with love and devotion, I will accept it. But in the Gautamiya Tantra it says, Krishna cannot repay the debt with all the wealth that he possesses. And what is the wealth that Krishna possesses? Everything. Aham sarvasya prabho. Everything spiritual, everything material is Krishna's. He's saying, I cannot repay the debt to somebody who gives tulasi leaves and water. So, Advaita Acharya, what did he do? He went to Ganges, thought of Lord Krishna, and he was offering tulasi manjaris. And Krishna could not repay the debt, so he appeared. So that is the principal reason for the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself. And what is the external reason? We can also, Acharya says, what is the external reason and internal reason for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance? External reason, he wanted to personally inaugurate the Yuga Dharma. Yuga Dharma is the congregational chanting of the holy name, Harinam Sankirtan. He wanted to personally inaugurate. That's the external reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. What are the internal reasons? Internal reason, one is, he is called as Patita Pavan Avatar. That means, he is there to take care of the fallen souls in the conditioned souls in this age of Kali, which is the Iron Age of quarrel and hypocrisy. So he is Patita Pavan Avatar. So that is the internal reason, one of the internal reasons. What is the esoteric? Esoteric means secret. What is the esoteric, confidential, internal reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, according to Jiva Goswami and our Acharyas, is that Krishna actually expands as Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani. There's no difference between Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani. But Krishna is seeing Srimati Radharani more blissful than him. Krishna is the embodiment of Satchidananda Vigraha. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat means eternal existence, Chit means eternal knowledge, and Ananda means eternal bliss. But he's saying Srimati Radharani is more blissful than Lord Krishna. How is it possible? Then Krishna said, because of a love and affection for me, which I am not able to experience as Krishna, so he accepted the mood and the complexion of Srimati Radharani and he appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is the internal reason, according to our Acharyas, as to how and why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the year 1486, which is 526 years ago in West Bengal. 526 years ago he appeared. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's father is Jagannath Mishra, who is none other than Nanda Maharaj, and his mother is Sakshi Mata, who is none other than Yasoda, Mother Yasoda. And when he was born, the maternal grandfather of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called as Vishwambar. When he is born, as I said, nourisher and maintainer of the three worlds. His maternal grandfather, that is Sakshi Mata's father, was an expert astrologer. And he made this chart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was astonished to see in every house of the astrological chart, there were so many auspicious signs. And he said immediately, this boy will defeat Brihaspati in knowledge. Brihaspati is the spiritual master of the demigods. So he is the most learned person. This boy will defeat Brihaspati in spiritual knowledge. And did that happen? Anybody knows? Did he eventually beat Brihaspati? He did. Because who's the incarnation of Brihaspati? Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defeated Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya so easily. So this prediction came true. There was also a sage in the guise of a Brahmin. The moment he saw Chaitanya Vishwambar, he said, he's none other than Lord Narayan. And anybody who sees this personality will be so compassionate to all the living entities that they will be callous to their own pleasures and pain. Callous means don't care of their own pleasures and pain. And he also said he is the benefactor of Brahmins and cows and other living entities. This is the third prayer that we say when we are offering the Bhoga. What is that? Namo Maha Vadanyaya. That is the second prayer. This one is third one. So these are all the predictions by this sage in the guise of a Brahmin, as well as by Nilambara Chakravarti. Nilambara Chakravarti is the grandfather, maternal grandfather of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And all the musicians were playing all these wonderful instruments like like flute, Shanai. Shanai is an instrument that is being played whenever there is auspicious events. And also the demigods and goddesses mingle very freely with the other inhabitants of Navadvip. And also Aditi. Aditi is the mother of demigods. And what did she do? She took a handful of grass and paddy and she put on the head of Vishwambar. Even though he's the supreme personality of God and he does not need blessings, but she did that because he came in, he was a small child, so she blessed him. So all these auspicious signs were there. And pastimes of like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I could just filter it out to few because there are unlimited pastimes. If you read Chaitanya Mangala, Chaitanya Bhagavata, Chaitanya Charitamrita, is unlimited pastime. So what I did was I just took few from Chaitanya Charitamrita, 2 of them, and 3 from Chaitanya Bhagavata. So one is when Vishwambar or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, he used to cry. Now when he cried, all the people in Navadvip, their hearts were breaking because this boy, this beautiful autumn full moon face he's got, and is so beautiful, and it breaks their heart to see this boy crying, this little Vishwambar crying. They loved this boy more than their own children. They loved Vishwambar more than themselves. So what did they do? Whatever they gave a small toy, they gave small eatables. Vishwambar is pushing everything off. And then they did not know anything, what to do. So they started clapping and then they were chanting the name of Hari, Hari, they were chanting. Immediately, Vishwambar started smiling. So ear to ear smile, when he heard the names of the Lord, he started smiling. Then when they stopped, he started crying again. Then when they started chanting the Lord's name, he's smiling again. So this is a lesson for all of us. Now today is not, yesterday was Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthday. Usually when it is somebody's birthday, we give a gift to make them happy. And here, what makes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, happy is when we chant, dance and clap. So when we start the Arati, at about 8 or 8:10, whatever the time we start the Arati, that is a gift that we can give to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in the early age itself, he induced everybody into chanting the holy names of the Lord. And then Anantasesh, if you remember, Anantasesh is the snake bed in which Lord Vishnu rests. Now Anantasesh also wanted to come and perform some service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he came in the form of a huge venomous snake, and he was lying in a coil in the backyard of Jagannath Mishra's house. Big, huge coil. This is in Chaitanya Bhagavat. And little Vishwambar crawled, and then he went and quietly started lying down on the snake bed. It's not different from Anantasesh. So he was lying on top of this venomous huge snake. And everybody who's seeing, they don't know this. They were all banging their heads against the wall, hitting their heads with their hand, and then with their fist they were hitting their heart, not knowing what to do. It's not that they're afraid of their life, because when they go running towards the snake which is lying down below Vishwambar, it will get agitated and it may bite Vishwambar. So they are scared, they don't know what to do. They want to go but they can't go. So finally they started praying to Garuda. Garuda, you come and take care of the snake. We are helpless now. And seeing this commotion, the snake, Anantasesh quietly, with great difficulty, pushed its way underneath Vishwambar and slithered away. And they went and ran and hugged this baby, and they were kissing, and then they put him down. He's again crawling towards the snake to again go and lie down back on this huge venomous snake. So that's a pastime of Anantasesh coming and performing this service to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's none other than Lord Krishna. Once when he was growing up, Jagannath Mishra wanted a book, spiritual book from the next room. So he called Vishwambar, Nimai, can you go get that book? So he went to that room. He went to the next room. There was no ankle bell sound. But when he was walking in the other room, father and mother can hear ankle bells. Oh, what is this, ankle bells? And then they know that he's not wearing ankle bells. And then again he comes out of the room. When he's visible, there's no ankle bell sound. And then both of them, after he gave the book and ran to play, they went and saw there were auspicious footprints in the other room. And in that auspicious footprints, what are the auspicious? The flag, go thunderbolt all those which are in the feet of Lord Krishna was there. So these are all the signs of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showing to their parents as well. This is a wonderful story from Chaitanya Bhagavat as well about a Brahmin, a mendicant, who actually travels everywhere. He had only two possessions. What are the two possessions? He had Bal Gopal deity and he had Shaligram Shila. He's a mendicant, he travels everywhere. He offers vegetables, he offers fruits, he offers roots to the Lord. But he cannot afford to have rice and opulent cooking. So he comes to Jagannath Mishra's house and they pray to him, they welcome him nice way and then offer their respectful obeisances that our kitchen is for you. We'll clean the kitchen, we'll buy you all the bhoga, please cook for your deity. And then he starts cooking wonderfully for the deity. And then when he's ready to offer the bhoga, he calls the Supreme Personality of God, and when he's about to offer, mystically, Nimai comes and he starts eating from the plate that is meant for Lord Krishna. He said, "Oh, what is this? You ate. This is meant for Krishna. You cannot do this." And Jagannath Mishra Prabhu apologized, for the offense that has been committed. And then he said, "We will clean the kitchen again. We'll buy you all the boa again. Please cook." He said, "No, it's getting late. It's already 10 o'clock in the night. Why bother? Give me some fruits and vegetables and roots. I'll offer it to my deity Bal Gopal." He said, "Please, we request you to cook again for your deity." So again the kitchen was cleaned, again boga was purchased. This Brahmin came for a second time. And because second time, at that time what they did, they took Nimai and they locked him up in the neighbor's house. And the neighbor also said, "What you did was wrong the first time. You should have eaten from the plate that is meant for Lord Krishna." He smiled. And second time when the offering was ready to be given to Lord Krishna, he's praying, "Krishna, please have this bhoga." Mystically he comes and eats it again. This time Jagannath Mishra was furious. He took the stick and he's chasing Nimai everywhere. He's running and running and running. Everybody just said, no, he's a little boy. He did the mistake the second time. Please don't do anything. They again requested, "Please cook again. Please do this." And then he said, the time is 1:30 in the morning. It's so late. Just give me some fruits, vegetable and root and I will offer it to my Babu. No. Please, we'll buy you more boga. We'll clean everything. Please cook. So third time he cooked. This time, 1:30, already Nimai went to sleep. And they bolted the door and Jagannath Mishra is waiting with a stick in the hand so that Nimai cannot enter. And again he's ready to offer. Mystically, due to Nidra Devi, goddess of sleep, everybody goes to sleep and Brahmin is offering, opening his eyes and Nimai is eating. And at that time he showed his beautiful 8-armed form. The description is there. I'm not sure whether we can meditate on the description. If we have time we can meditate. But it's 8-armed form of Krishna. He showed to him. So he's got this chakra, gada, he's got this lotus flower, he's got this conch. In one hand he's got the butter pot, in the other hand he's eating the butter. In two hands he's playing the flute, this beautiful form was shown. And then there are more pastimes in Chaitanya Charitamrita about curing a leper. If you know, Vasudev, when we went to Kurmakshetra, this is in South India, there was a leper. He was unfortunately affected by his very serious leprosy, and then he wanted to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but by that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left this Kurma Brahman's house and he left. But Krishna knows past, present and future. Because of his love and devotion, it may not be good to hear, but there is a benediction by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. One who hears this particular pastime of Vasudev getting cured will get love of God, as well as the knots of material life will be cut asunder. So what happens? It is said, he was so compassionate, this Vasudev, that again, here discretion is advised. It may not be very, very pleasant to hear, but he had severe case of leprosy. And these maggots and worms were using his body not only as a residence, but also like a restaurant. They were eating all parts of his body. And there was so much of stench, smell coming from his body that he had to live so far away. But when all these maggots or the worms fall from his body, he used to take that worm and put it back exactly in the same spot that was drinking and eating his flesh. Because why? He said everybody is equal. He as a soul is occupying the body. Same way this living entity maggot is occupying his body. Both of them had the right to live. So because of this compassion, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, hugged him. The moment he hugged him, his body became so effulgent and his bodily disease was absolutely cured. And he was worried. He's not proud man where he said, oh, I'm cured now, let me go. I deserve this. No, he said, my pride will come in my way because everybody will know that the Supreme Personality of Godhead cured me. So I'm worried about my false pride. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, it's again a lesson for all of us. You will not have false pride as long as you keep chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So no false pride can come to us if you chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. There's a wonderful pastime of Sivananda Sen and the dog. There was a dog that got Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was giving the green coconut pulp and he ate that and he went back home to God. This is a wonderful story, but I'm just giving the final. And he delivered Chandkasi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered Jagai and Madai. There's so many pastimes. We may not have time today, but very importantly, we have to go through the next few minutes the teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is very, very important. The whole of Vedic literature is actually condensed into one big verse. This is, if you remember, in 1896, which is the birth year of Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Thakur sent the English version of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his life and precepts. This was sent to McGill University in 1896, McGill University in Quebec. And in that there is 104 verses. It's called Sri Gauranga Leela Smarana Mangala Stotram. His Grace Dravid Prabhu, who comes here during Rath Yatra time, has recorded these verses. If anybody is interested, I can give you the verses. The 75th verse is the most important. Our Acharyas have given hours and hours of lecture in this particular verse itself. It's a long verse, but it's very auspicious to hear. So if I remember, I'll tell it pretty fast. Amnaya Prahatatvam Ayuparamam Sarvashakti Prasati Tad Dinantam Sajivam Prakriti Kalvitam Tad Vimuktam Shadavam Veda Veda Prakasam Sakalam Apihari Sadhanam Sutta Bhakti Sadhyam Tad Priti Neveti Upurisati Gaura Chandro Bhajeta. So it means the 10 truths. Dasamula Tattva, 10 truths. What are the 10 truths? Transcendental truth is proclaimed in the Vedas. These are the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Transcendental truth is proclaimed in the Vedas. The first truth is that Lord Hari or Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the possessor of all potencies. He is the ocean of nectarian bliss. The liberated and the conditioned souls are eternally his fragmented parts and parcels. The conditioned souls are covered by Maya. Liberated souls are free from Maya. And the eighth one is Achitya Veda Veda Tattva. We should all know this Achitya Veda Veda Tattva. That means, what is it? It is inconceivably and simultaneously one and different. The Supreme Lord and the Jivas are inconceivably and simultaneously one and different. That means what? Qualitatively, we are the same, but quantitatively, there is no comparison at all. We are infinitesimal or finite, and Lord is infinite. So that is Achitya Veda Veda. And the 9th and the 10th one is Krishna Bhakti is the path for pure perfection. And the last one is Krishna Prem is the supreme aim of everyone. So these are the Dasa Mula Tattva, the 10 truths proclaimed by Lord Krishna in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is the condensed form of Vedic literature. If somebody asks what is there in Vedas, these are the 10 points that Srila Prabhupada has.
How many slokas there are?
There are total of 104 slokas, and it is.
Do I have it?
You may not, I will give it to you.
Okay, thank you.
So it's a wonderful pronunciation by His Grace Dravid Prabhu, is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. If anybody is interested, this is the 75th verse of that. It's in the Shraddhara meter. Not that I know of this, but Dravid Prabhu said Shraddhara is one of the longest poetic meter in Sanskrit. And what are the other teachings? So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching Shuklamba Brahmachari, and he's telling him, he's quoting the verse from Brihadanaradi Puran. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama Vikevalam. Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatiranita. 3 times he's saying, in the age of Kali, there's no other way, no other way, no other way other than chanting the holy names of the Lord, holy names of the Lord, holy names of the Lord. So he's categorically, Supreme Personality of God is saying there's no other way, no other way, no other way in the age of Kali. And the next verse, what does it say? Kalikala Nama Rupa Krishna Avatar, Nama Aite Jagat Sarva, Jagat Nishta. He's saying, so he does not just say, chant the holy names of the Lord. He's saying in the age of Kali, Lord Krishna is incarnated in the form of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So he's giving it to us. Chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And what is the mood in which that we have to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra? That also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said. What is the mood? Naham Vipro Nachanarapati Na Vivaishyo Na Sudro Naham Vani Nachakravati. No one has to etirva. You know this verse, right? Kintu Prodya Nigla Paramananda Purnate Gopi Bhartu Padakamalayo Dasa Dasa No Dasa. So this is the verse that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to chant in front of the Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri. He's saying, I'm not a Brahmin, I'm not a Sudra, I'm not a Kshatriya, I'm not a Brahmachari, I'm not a Vaishya, I'm not a Vanaprastha, I'm not a Sannyasi. I consider myself to be a servant of the servant of the servant of the lotus feet of the master of gopis. So that is the mood that he's asking us to chant his holy name. And he's also instructing Sanatana Goswami, Jivere Swaripe Haye Krishnere Nityadas. So the eternal constitutional position of a soul is to be the servant of the servant of the servant. So in general, we are conditioned to be the master. We have this false ego. I am a great preacher, I am a great singer. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, you are a servant of the servant of the servant. In that mentality, we can chant the holy name of the Lord consistently, continuously. What about the writings? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is given so much instructions beyond anybody could write. And all his disciples, all his followers, they have written volumes of Sanskrit literatures. The 6 Goswamis, the literatures that we have is so much. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself penned down or wrote only 8 verses. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wrote only 8 verses and it is called as Sikshashtakam. So it starts off with Cheto Darpanamabjanam, you know that verse, Cheto, how we cleanse ourselves. And then it goes to the 3rd verse, which is applicable again to all of us in Kali Yuga, the condition, all conditioned souls in Kali Yuga. And what is that verse? Trinadati Sunichena, Darodi Vashaishna, Amaneda Manadena, Kirtanya Sadahari. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the grass, more tolerant than a tree, offering respects to everyone and expecting none in return. So we can narrate this verse and we can continue for hours together on this particular verse. So in a grass, if you stamp on a grass, it goes down and then after some time it comes up. Same thing, tree will not protest. Even when somebody is cutting, it still gives fruits, it still gives leaves, it gives shade. Even when it is cut, it is actually being used as a firewood. So it is said, be like a grass, more tolerant than a tree, offer all respects to others and expect none in return. So this is, and in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said how we have to string this particular verse and wear it in our neck all the time. We have to string and wear this particular verse in our neck all the time. So again, yesterday was the appearance day of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, as we discussed, let us offer the gift to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And what does He like? He likes us to go back home, back to Godhead. He gave the simple formula, chant, dance, and have prasadam. And let us sincerely, with our heart and soul, chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the form of Kirtan once we start the Arati. Hare Krishna, Gaura Purnima, Mahamsa.
Give a big applause for Ananda Gaura. It's a wonderful lecture. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Amazing.